All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Space Dandy, Season 1, Episode 12. All right, so we went to the planet filled with knowledge and questions.
Yep. Lots of crazy questions were asked and posed and everything. Yep. But that was the previous episode, and now we're on to the episode before the finale of Season 1.
Right.
So if, potentially we did get, a two-parter for the finale, maybe this would be the beginning of that.
Yeah, and it is kind of maybe a pipe dream just waiting for a two-parter with regards to Space Dandy. But the episodic stuff, makes it quite enjoyable with these little pocket stories. And I would say that maybe, it's time, maybe it's time. But I guess we'll have to see with this episode. So y'all, without further ado, let's get into it. Space Dandy. He's a dandy guy in space. He combs the galaxy like his pompadour on the hunt for aliens. Planet after planet he searches, discovering bizarre new creatures, both friendly and not. These are the spectacular adventures of Space Dandy and his brave space crew in space. All right. We got 97% on that one. It's pretty good, yeah.
The bounty is a measly 2 woolongs?
Come on, lady.
Bruh.
It may look all floppy, but catching this thing was a huge pain in the butt.
The Baranian you hauled in last week netted you 128 woolongs.
Oh, that's it?
The Pelorian before that went for 64.
Ouch.
And the Rakendrian, 32 woolongs.
Ooh.
Which brings us to this bounty hunting travesty.
You're skipping 16,
Do you
8,
know
and
how much
4.
it costs us in processing fees just to pay you 2 measly woolongs? Stop wasting my time with trash. Come back with something rare, or don't come back at all.
Maybe the rates are also going down because of how...
Something good. Like a chameleonian.
Huh?
A Camilla what now?
Much like their reptilian namesake,
Shapeshifter.
chameleons are masters of disguise.
Remember the Gravity Falls Shapeshifter episode?
Oh, yeah. This
will be a
this could
dandy
get
version
crazy.
of that.
I mean, if no one even knows what it looks like, how do you know if you found one?
Right.
100 million woolongs.
100!
Ah! Well,
Okay.
they're motivated
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Let's get some money.
That's a lot of trips to boobies right there.
Yep.
We're gonna be so stinking rich.
All right. Let's go, baby.
Go where exactly?
Where do you think? To a planet that looks like it has chameleons, of course.
Oh.
Oh my god.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Why not?
mean, yeah.
This will definitely
like a
work.
nice juicy fly. and see
Wait.
what
Fishing
happens.
poles?
Oh, man, I so want to chase it. I'm gonna drink beer and nap in the sun and lick myself all day.
Oh my
That
god.
is? You're thinking small, man. I would go out to eat at Boobies 3 meals a day.
There
Yeah,
we
Which,
go.
of
wow.
course, earn me a buttload of frequent diner points, and then I'd get to use money.
That's a nice
for more
callback.
trips to Boobies.
But he wouldn't need them. He'd have...
It's the thought that counts.
Right.
This is my life.
Step off, tuna breath.
Look at
A catch.
I don't know how this works. What do I do?
reel it in. Turn the little crank.
I'm the smartest member of the group. How does a basic lever work? Yeah. Okay.
All right.
What is it?
Oh, it was just a Tsuchinoko.
Okay. All
Those
right.
are worthless. Toss it back already, yeah?
Watch it actually be the thing. Because it's worthless, right?
Well, yeah. It's the...
It's actually
That would take too much time in the episode, if it was something
QT
else.
loves fishing?
Oh my god.
My fishing journal, day 1.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I love
yes,
this art
please.
so
That I
much.
read about in a magazine. Day 2, bad weather. Got
Hmm.
caught in a nor'easter that tossed our boat around something fierce.
Oh my god.
Something fierce.
Day 3.
This is amazing.
What a perfect day for fishing. I don't care if you're dead sticking or doodling. Finesse fishing with a split shot rig sure is a handy way to hit your limit.
Say what?
Did he break his language, Chip?
Gotcha!
He's now quite adept at knowing the lingo of the fishermen,
Indeed.
Come to QT!
Chameleonian off the port side!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Come to
But-
Dandy Woolongs.
Wait.
Whoa,
Oh.
whoa.
Yeah.
It's not a chameleonian?
Uh-huh.
It's just a big chameleon.
Ordinary
Right.
chameleon.
Right. Like you've been told that no one knows what they
Not
look
even
like.
an alien.
Right.
Yeah.
So why would it look like...
Yeah.
Wrecked. Oh my god.
You don't come across a black Tsuchinoko this big every day.
Yeah, you're probably right, Caleb.
Well, I mean, this is the one that he got with the custom bait.
Right.
So maybe...
But, like, if it's actually brought onto the ship...
Fishing starts at 4 a.m.
Then it has to be relevant.
Yeah, I
4
like to
a.m..
4 a.m.
Huh? Fishing is so much fun!
Says the robot that doesn't have to sleep, really. Just recharge, you know?
Yep. Okay, yeah. Whoa.
Look at it, Meow. There's fish flakes stuck in the bristles.
Gross.
The same fish flakes that you sprinkle on everything.
Oh, whatever. Who ate my octopus-flavored popsicle, huh?
Oh, okay.
That sounds
That wasn't me.
disgusting.
We've got the shapeshifter running amok.
Please not look at porn sites on my cell phone. I don't even want to touch it now.
I don't look
Wow.
at porn.
Maybe you were looking at it.
That makes no sense. I don't even have those.
Wait,
porn.
what? All right. What? All right. I love it.
Middle-aged guy.
Yep.
There is another.
Astute
Stowaway, one who
observation.
doesn't
Also a
respect
Star Wars
other
quote.
people's stuff.
Right.
Somebody look at porn sites in the dead of night. We are not alone. Roll call.
God.
What?
2.
3.
4. Hold up.
Hold on. Yeah. What?
There's definitely someone else on board the
And they
ship.
just don't turn around.
Wait, what?
Let's find this punk.
Okay. You know, hey, maybe this guy would be like a great friend and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. How did I manage that?
What? What?
Okay. All right.
What a troll! He's like,
I figured,
Spot
like,
the
once
difference.
they noticed him, he would start like
Space
talking to them or
candy.
something.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, there are a lot of differences.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You don't think he's the chameleonian,
Little light bulb.
do you?
Yeah.
Say what?
I know
No
it's a huge
way.
coincidence, but I'm starting to think the Tsuchinoko I caught was really the chameleonian in disguise.
Wait,
All
you're
right,
saying
we
this
gotta
is the work
split
of
up
an
and fight
enemy
it.
stand?
Hey, Dandy.
Any luck?
Nothing yet. I'll check
Wait
in
a
the engine
minute.
room. See ya. Hey, Dandy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nothing yet. I'll check in the engine room. See ya.
You're that sneaky chameleonian.
Well, no,
What?
he's
Come on.
potentially-
I'm a Beetlejuicean dude.
Oh my god. No.
Well,
No, now this one is definitely just meow. Ah!
He's a Beetlejuicean.
Wait.
Just like he was in the last 3
The little
scans.
cat.
Yeah, that's what I told him, but oh no.
Did we always have a funky couch over there?
Nani?
yes. Okay. All
Son
right.
of a... That was no funky couch, it was a friggin' chameleonian!
This is a mimic that doesn't actually just eat you, it just dicks with you for
Right.
like, the whole adventure.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yep, definitely the stereo. The one that's very much in
Not
like
painted
focus.
in the background.
You're
Yeah.
Right.
I think some groovy tunes may be just what the doctor ordered
Exactly.
to snap us out of this nasty funk.
Do it.
Be my baby, be my baby, be my baby, be my baby, be my baby.
I remember that part being
my
different.
Be my baby.
Since when did we have a boombox over there?
Yep.
You're kidding me!
I'm pretty sure the chameleonion's
Oh
here.
my
I'm pretty
God.
sure. I'm positive.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
You should have quit while you were ahead, poser!
One of those robots is bogus.
No, so just grab both of them
Right.
and then figure out when you get to the place.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah,
exactly.
there we go.
Which
They're
one of you
learning.
guys is
Yep.
the piggy bank, huh?
It's getting away!
Huh? Not again.
Oh no, we really just lost it?
You
Wow.
three don't know when to quit, do you?
About that, you're not gonna believe this.
Of course.
Guess. The robot is the chameleonian this time. Or maybe the rope don't know when to quit.
Oh my god.
Deja
Okay, now this is just
All right.
mean.
Oh, come
All
on.
right.
Now you're just being a dick about it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh my
Not giving
god.
up this time.
Wow.
Well.
Wow.
Well.
I wonder how long we're banned for.
Guess that means the chameleonian got away
Life.
for good, huh?
Whenever life gets you down, boobies gets you up again.
Oh my
Right,
god.
baby.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's do
The
it.
same.
Let's throw
It's a double
down.
Yep.
dandy.
Okay, so I'm like 90% positive that one of these dandies is bogus.
Only
Which one of them
90%
is the
positive.
real dandy? Welcome, contestants, to the first ever dandy quiz.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm for this.
Yeah.
I'm for this.
All right.
Please.
Okay, dandy number one. I am a slave to...
The booty.
Is that your final dandy?
Yeah, sure, final dandy.
Wait.
That is amazing.
I want that gift.
Yeah.
I want it. That is so good.
That is correct.
Oh my god.
Okay, dandy number 2. What did you have for dinner last night?
How in the hell would I remember that?
Oh.
Is that your final dandy?
Final dandy.
It's the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire UI and everything.
That's correct. The real dandy wouldn't remember this morning, much less yesterday.
Yes.
Hear that? In your beautiful face!
Favorite
Not
ninja.
complimenting him
Sexy
like.
female.
Favorite women's fashion.
Birthday suit.
Oh my
Correct.
god.
Favorite sports event.
Ladies' 100-meter breaststroke.
Correct. Nobody's missed one yet.
I know when it comes to being a dumbass.
Wow.
Hey! Nobody shouts at my crewmates but me.
All right, that's definitely the fake.
Come on, QT. You're
Yeah.
killing me here. How is it you still can't tell I'm the genuine article? Maybe it's time we got you that upgrade, huh?
Dandy wouldn't
Dandy
upgrade.
or not, I
Nope.
like the cut of that one's jib.
He sure doesn't yell as much.
Maybe
Yeah,
we're
we'll just
getting
take
too
this
hung
one.
up on
Let's just take that one.
Yeah.
What the hell, guys? I'm sitting right here. It looks like we got our answer, baby. And what does that mean?
I'm not sure who's who.
You are
Oh my
so
god,
mean
even the
right
narrator's
back at you.
confused.
Are you
Yep.
okay? Well, I'm you too.
Hell, they're not sure who's who.
Who are you?
Drowning in
JoJo's.
introspection he couldn't even spell, he grasped at answers. And then, as it all went black, he found one.
Who cares, baby?
Who cares, baby?
The true
So
dandy
maybe I'm an
answer.
alien, or maybe I'm the real deal. Either way, I am awesome.
We've locked onto the target.
Of course.
Awaiting your order.
Oh, how I've
Of
waited
course.
for this.
And they're not worried
Engage
about the fact that there's
hyperdimensional
2 of
magic
them.
hand.
Right. It's obviously an optical illusion.
Now, they could actually get the real dandy here, and then the chameleon dandy is just
I found
dandy for the rest of the show.
Yeah, so we're just stuck never finding
I have
out
landed
now.
my prey.
Does it really
job,
matter?
Doctor.
Bow before me, dandy.
Oh, no, I guess I got the
sexy
chameleon.
Who the hell are you supposed to be? I am Jill the Doctor. No, I am Jill the Doctor.
Ah.
You're the Doctor too. Who is the Doctor?
Why is the doctor?
Who is the doctor? Exactly. Get it?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Who is the Doctor?
And with his inner monologue stuck on infinite repeat,
That's
Dr.
amazing.
Gel succumbed to Gestaltzerfall. It's
Ah.
a thing. Google it.
Reminds me of something actually from Nier, actually.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
over at Boobies,
Is this the real dandy?
Well, yes, it is actually. We
Right.
now kind of know. It has
Although
to be.
they don't necessarily know because,
Right.
yeah.
the chameleonian changes its form and slips into our lives. And with a few rare exceptions, no one's the wiser. For all you know, you're surrounded by them. Anybody could be a chameleonian. Even me. Maybe even you.
Oh, Nani.
It's like the end of that one Ghost Stories episode with the. But if that was if this was the mirror world,
yeah.
how would you tell which was the real world and which is the mirror world? Which one's reversed?
Isn't that totally just wet crap?
I'm just blowing your mind.
No, I'm not even high.
Yeah, not a bit. Totally sober.
Totally sober.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. I wasn't feeling the episode quite as much in the first half.
Like the first third, maybe.
Yeah, the first third. But once it hit its stride,
right.
that was some good stuff.
I also love the idea that the accountant of their group, the one who was like, we're like in the red, like this is horrible, finds fishing and realizes, wait, infinite passive income, but it's extremely wasteful of your time.
But a robot.
It doesn't cost us anything except our time. Yeah, and I'm a robot, so. All right. Just in case. All right, everyone. Thank you for checking out the reaction portion of the video. So be sure to go back to YouTube for the discussion. I'm gonna 5 and 6 7 8
yeah. $1,200. $1,200.
Space Dandy. The two oolongs. How about 32 oolongs? 32 oolongs. 64, 128 oolongs. Over here. All right, we got ourselves a shapeshifter episode. Yep. It's a classic sci-fi episodic little drama structure. Okay. Yep. But we have also a fishing, wholesome kind of episode that kind of blended in with it. Right. Which is, yes, just the boys hanging out, learning fishing lingo, and QT discovering his true passion.
That's right.
Which is quite wholesome and wonderful.
And if you think about it, the fact that they just went to a random planet that looked like it might have chameleonians or whatever, and managed to get one, is that just because Dandy is at the center of all the cosmic energy of the universe, or is it maybe that these chameleonians are actually really common?
To be fair, the one that ended up being the actual chameleonian or what have you was the one that QT got with using custom bait at a different location.
That is true.
But if anything, it got them on the whole thing of, what are they called? Nochikos or something? The worthless alien? Something like that. The thing is that it did end up being some one of those that was a rare colored combination of those.
Yep.
So maybe the chameleonian was like, I'll be this worthless alien, but I want to be black and red colored, because I'm special. And then that was the thing that gave it away, was that it chose a worthless alien, which was smart, but ended up being a color combination that's not naturally occurring or something.
Yeah, who knows?
So QT was like, whoa, that's a really cool combination. I'm going to get that one for sure.
They could have caught the chameleonian multiple times and just thrown it back in, because they were like, whatever, who cares?
Sure,
right?
Sure.
Yeah, you never know. In fact, the whole ship might be a chameleonian.
At this point.
Could be.
Yeah, we don't know what other properties it has.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, how do you know?
Maybe brushing its teeth triggers its reproductive process or something, and
it's possible.
Spread like a whole bunch of them, and they're all chameleonians.
It is definitely possible. Yeah. I gotta say, the whole idea of it just being like turning into just like a middle-aged dude, and just being there and them not seeing it or like realizing that it's talking with them and stuff, that was so random. Like, because on the one hand,
he's like, whoa,
right? Because the chameleonian had an identity crisis of sorts, because it's, who am I, right? Like if I'm constantly changing what I am, and I'm so good at altering myself to fit in,
right?
Then what's the real me, right?
Right, sure.
So, but there was almost this part of me that was wondering if that was actually the truest form that we had seen of it up till that point.
Which one?
The middle-aged man, because that was a form that it took that wasn't copying something else. Like, obviously it would be copying something else, but it wasn't something in the immediate, like,
Oh, you
area.
mean that we never saw another middle-aged dude that looked like that exactly, just like on the wall or
now,
something.
Granted, it did turn into the sofa thing in the boombox, so maybe that isn't quite like a good example.
Yeah, I think if anything, what it can do is that it's probably like the classic shapeshifter thing, where it has to study a form, and then it can basically shift into that form whenever it wants. So, okay, we got ourselves a really goofy episode. But,
we did.
But I loved the dialogue in this episode of them dealing with this whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then leading to a bunch of really random, like, little references and stuff. Yep. But then also, like, what was that random, like, butt-headed, like, lips, like, alien
I don't
thing?
know. I'm not sure. But it was another... Well, okay. This episode, again, held to some of the tenets of previous episodes.
Yes,
it's not always,
true.
Brought up. I almost want to go back and see if I can make a list just to see what things are in every single episode. But of the whole butt versus boobs debate,
yes, that's true.
Not just mentioning boobies, but also, is the boobies really where it's at? I
mean, the thing is that I wasn't able to keep track of which Dandy was which when they were doing the game show.
I think the fake one was the one on the left.
I think you're right, which means that the correct Dandy was the one that said that they're the slave to the booty.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Gotta get the booty.
I guess that's the way it is. That's the way it is.
Yep.
He goes to boobies because there's a place called Boobies. But if there's the place called Booties, then he might actually go there more often than Boobies.
What would be if Boobies is a restaurant? What would Booties be?
A butt-restaurant.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep. But all right, there was a lot of repetition within the jokes, but it was still kept fresh. Like
True.
Like when Scarlet all of a sudden is the chameleonian. It's like, okay, that
was just being mean.
That was just being mean. Because, like, they're the things that you expect, right? You know,
Right.
where it's like, oh, okay, if that weird chair is, you know, the chameleonian, that boombox is definitely the chameleonian, right? But then it's like, oh, yeah, all right, QT, 2 QTs, great. It just leaves. All right, awesome. It didn't have to come back. It didn't have to come back and dick with them more.
It keeps coming back just to mess with them.
Yep. Or maybe because it found some semblance of belonging within their crew and their ship that it wanted to partake in. So, you know,
sure,
why leave? Or maybe that was a different chameleonian entirely.
Or maybe this chameleonian had never encountered being so stupid that he wasn't subconsciously outcasted from the group that he was copying.
Ah, sure. Or
so anytime he tried to like fit in, he would end up slowly be getting ostracized. But this group, they, if anything, couldn't even tell the difference. So he was
This is true.
You know, actually, I think I could have a shot with these guys.
One other thing that's worth pointing out is that this chameleonian basically has Joseph Joestar's ability to do the "your next line will be."
Yes.
Because, like,
That's
it
true.
says the
That's
exact
true.
same thing that the other person
Constantly.
says, sometimes before the other person said it. Like, because I think, yeah, because with both, with
Scarlet.
both Scarlet and Meow,
Yep.
it went there first and said the thing, and then the real one came along. So it's like, okay, all right.
He's truly becoming then, like the chameleonian is actually becoming the things that it's mimicking, which means in some ways that maybe that's where its whole problem lies, is that it keeps sputtering and switching, and it's just looking through its archive to see which of itself is actually, you know, the real thing.
Well, and if it went to such an extreme degree, what if it was actually that everyone and everything in the universe was chameleonians, but they just got so good at adopting the identity of whatever they took the form of that they forgot that they were a chameleonian and they stopped shape-shifting?
I mean, there's a whole theory that, you know, if we go with the whole multiverse kind of theory with regards to this show, is that memories are not necessarily all real, especially because we dump a whole bunch of them. So there's the idea that the universe is basically a bunch of save iterations of games. And it's just constantly saving, reloading. So anytime you have deja vu, it's just you just stumbling upon a save.
The Matrix.
Well, no, it's just a save that you accidentally, like, you know, went through a lot of the same things similarly as before.
I've wondered about that. Like, what if we were actually, like, not locked into a single point in time? Like, like if we were kind of subconsciously experiencing multiple points in time at the same time.
I wouldn't completely reject that. I would say that there's probably something there. Also, it fits in really well with this show, but it's something that, I mean, like, all the ridiculous types of character designs could lead to some funny stuff with that. But I mean, this is Space Dandy, so there's no continuity really. It's all just for fun and goofiness. And then there's probably going to be some continuity in the long form kind of stuff, but it's going to be more like little details here and there, just to make sure that you're paying attention.
Right, like mentioning the rewards program
card,
for boobies. Yeah. Like when once the chameleonian took the form of Dandy, I was expecting that the episode would end with Dandy being left somewhere and no one would be the wiser, and they'd be like, yep, we figured it out.
We got it.
And then it's just like, you know, all of a sudden, like, his ear wriggles or something like that, you know, and then the episode ends. But because continuity, you don't have to worry about that being like a permanent problem, you know?
Yeah.
But this was great too.
This was fantastic. So that's the end of the penultimate episode for season 1.
So probably no two-parters.
But hey, sad. Maybe though the last episode of season 1 will have something that kind of hints at something shifting with regards from season 1 to season 2. Because otherwise, then, like, what would you do in a premiere of the second season? I guess
that is a good point.
See.
Yeah.
But either way, we're still here for the ridiculous antics and episodic adventures of this brave space crew in space. So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general. You can also talk with Jacob about the sci-fi novel that he wrote.
Yep. I wrote a sci-fi novel called Battle Lines. It is much more sensible than Space Dandy, but if you're interested, you should check it out. Link in the description below to Amazon.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.